on his way to you right now. Anyways, so tonight's team call tonight is Tuesday, April 18th. We just had a little funny situation before I pressed record, so that was kind of funny. So tonight's team call is I'm asking everyone to bring their best practices about relationship building, adding to their network, basically building confidence and the how-tos, the nitty-gritty, the heart of this business, because I think this is the really important step when it comes to progressing forward in our business with challenge groups, coaching, building our team, building anything in our business, really. But first things first, are you guys ready for some big news? Drum solo. Okay. Has anyone heard of the MWF Motivation Podcast? Okay. So I reached out to Rob Dial, and he's going to be guest speaking on our team call. Woot woot! But he said there needs to be at least 75 coaches on. Okay? So grab your girls and your guy, Missy, bring Shane. Grab everybody. I'm going to actually reach out to my success partner, Ashleen, and invite her team too. But I'm really excited about this. It's not going to be until May because, tonight we already had plans, and next week there's going to be something else going on. But yes, invite your success partner, invite her team. Yep, there's Shane. See, Shane's here. But I'm really excited about this. So if you guys have not subscribed to that podcast, it's freaking awesome. Like, this guy is no joke, legit. He does 10, 15-minute podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's a free podcast on iTunes. I'm sure they have it on Podcast Republic or whatever it's called on Androids. It's called MWF Motivation. It's really cool. So yeah, I'm very excited about that team call. So anyways, let's get started on our team call, right? So like you guys saw in the big team page, I wanted tonight to be like a mastermind group, not just me speaking to you, not just Cindy speaking to you, but kind of combined things, like combine our best practices. I know a lot of you guys in the big team page were like, I'm just showing up to listen. And that's completely fine. But if you have something that has worked for you or that is currently working for you, or even something that you failed miserably at that you may want to warn people about, like sometimes I'll pop on here and be like, dude, don't do what I did 5 years ago and post the Turbo Fire thing with a price sliced through it saying it's 70% off or $70 off or whatever. Don't do that. But if you've done something that didn't work for you and that you think that may not work for other people, we want to hear from everybody. So if you're comfortable enough to lean in and trust all these crazies that are on this call with us, then we want you to speak up. Because I already know who is going to unmute themselves first. I know. We all could see you guys. I know who you are, Teresa and Cindy. I know. And Jackie probably too. But we want to hear from everybody. So first things first, when I talked about building relationships, we know that you cannot build your business without building relationships. Oh, Cindy, right? You cannot build this business without building relationships. The best thing about this business is the relationships, the bond that you get with your coaches and your challengers. I'm sorry to say, like, this sounds like ridiculous to me, but you can't get that in real life. And I know it's real life, but you can't walk down the street. You can't have that connection with someone at the grocery store or at Target or wherever you go shopping. You can't do that. Even if you have a full-time job or when you had a full-time job, chances are you don't have these close, tight connections that you do with people you work with. Am I right? Do you guys feel me that work 9 to 5 or work for someone else? Okay, good. Then I'm not just talking out my rear end here. Okay. But the thing of it is you build these relationships, and it's not like you reach out to someone because you want to make Success Club. You don't reach out for someone because you want to hit Emerald or you want to hit Diamond. It's not even about that. You want to invite these people into your life because you know what Beachbody has done for you. You know what coaching has done for you. You know what challenge groups, Shakeology, one of the programs, many of the programs, the community, everything has done for you. And you don't want to be selfish with it, and you want to share it with others. but you can't just vomit out the mouth and be like, oh my gosh, girl, I don't know you, but you look like a cool person. So I sent you a friend request, and then here's everything I know about Beachbody. Do you want to join me? I mean, chances are that's not really how things are going to progress. They're going to be like, okay, Black. But you want to get to know them, and you want them to get to know you, right? Because you want to work with people that you connect with. Like, if I reached out to someone that thought like tattoos were insane, coloring your hair was insane, you had to have proper grammar, and I reached out to someone and I gave them my spiel, first off, they'd be like, this girl just wants me for my money. And then she'd be like, I ain't vibing with this girl because she's batshit crazy anyways. So you want to make sure, like, I'm imagining this girl. I don't even know what her name would be. Like, I don't know. But she would show up on our team call and she couldn't hang, right? So you want, like I said last week or the week before, you want to invite people into your life, into your challenge groups, into your team that you invite over for dinner. You'd invite over for a backyard barbecue. You'd invite to hang out with, right? Like, what are the things that you love doing in your life? Like, think if you had a complete day of freedom, you didn't have to worry about running a challenge group or feeding the kids, giving them baths, feeding the husband, giving him a bath. You didn't have to worry about that. What would you do if it was just you? Would you hang out with your girlfriends? Would you sit and listen to some music? Would you sunbathe? Would you go swimming? Would you go hiking? Would you go kayaking? Would you be, I don't know, like, I'm just naming off a bunch of fun stuff. So who would you do that with? Think about the people that you're constantly connecting with every day, that you're constantly inviting. Would you invite all those people to what you would do on your free day? Because if not, you need to think about who it is that you're inviting and really, really, really nail down your avatar. I'm not sure who wrote this question the other day, but someone asked, because yes, we are a very heavy on the females in this team, and I ain't biased. I love it because, you know, you guys see me try to chat when there's one man on here, I get all discombobulated and shit doesn't work out. So I'm pretty biased, but it's okay because it's not like we ain't men haters here. I ain't trying to promote that. But someone said there's a man that she thinks would make an amazing coach. And I think it was Cindy that said, there's men that you connect with because, you know, like Cindy loves Star Wars. Cindy loves a lot of the things that her husband likes, and her husband's a man. I don't need to explain that. But she likes Star Wars. There's a lot of guys like Star Wars. Cindy claims that she's a nerd. There's a lot of guys out there that claim that they're nerds. You know, so it may not be your stereotypical avatar or exactly what you want, but if they have things that you connect with, you don't just discount them because, damn Cindy, because, sorry about that. You don't just discount them because they're a man. I'm not saying that at all, but don't be purposely going and inviting people outside your avatar. Does that make sense? But I gotta see in the chat box. I know there's a lot of girls that like Star Wars too, but I was just giving an example. Jeez. Anyways, so that's why I wanted tonight to be more of a combined team call, because I know that there is a lot of different ways that people build relationships. So that's why I thought it was important to share, because you guys hear from me all the time. And what works for me may not work for you. Like, let's be real here. So that's why I wanted different leaders on the team, different coaches on the team to come out and be like, this is what works for me. This is what I do, and it has been working. Or this is something I've tried and it doesn't work. Don't do it. Okay? So with that said, is there anyone that wants to unmute themselves and talk about how they add to their network, how they build relationships, or how they put themselves out there to connect with other people?
I will.
Yay, Lena. Awesome.
So Teresa actually taught me something that has worked really well for me. It's called CCQ, where you comment, compliment, and question. And it's built a lot of relationships for me. In 1 week, I've got so many girls that are just interested in me, and they feel special because I'm interested in them. So it's working.
Yay, that's so awesome. So where do you CCQ them?
Instagram is my thing.
Yep. Awesome. So do you just go and CCQ, like, could you explain a little bit more in detail what you do on Instagram?
They follow my page because I have this auto like bot that likes a photo on their page. So they'll start following my page. And once they do, I look at their page, find a photo and comment on it. Then I'll find something that I also can relate to and compliment on it. Then I'll DM them and question them. Like, maybe it might be a recipe like, oh my God, how'd you make that? That looks so good. Something like that.
Oh, excuse me. I'm already burping. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Lena. That's awesome.
No problem.
All right.
Did you say Autobot that likes their page? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's called Likestagram.
Oh, okay.
So you select hashtags, and if they post that hashtag, it'll like their photo.
So it's like Instagrass? Or that other one that you guys used to use, that Crowdfire or something?
I always wondered how people do that, how people like your stuff like immediately. I'm like, are you stalking me? But now I'm like, so it's Likestagram is the name of it?
Yeah, Likestagram. It's like $10 for 25,000 likes. So it's worth it. You can get 125,000 likes for $30, and you can actually blacklist hashtags so that if something didn't work for you and you see that you're liking like some ad photos, you can blacklist them so you never use them again.
Or you could blacklist all Beachbody related photos so you don't just get Beachbody coaches.
Yep.
Yes.
So I have to give you a shout out, Lena. Lena is a brand new coach, guys. Okay. She just went she's going Emerald on Thursday. She's brand spanking new. And she showed up on a team call and she shared her shit.
Thanks.
Very proud of you, girl.
Thanks.
Okay. All right, who's next? Christine, all right.
This kind of goes back to what you were kind of describing before, and those of us in the diamond mine know that we kind of focused on this a lot, but really honing in on my avatar has helped a lot, because inviting is clearly the hardest part for most people. And I think I personally was probably just making it a lot harder on myself by getting overwhelmed with like the contacts that were already on my Facebook. I've had Facebook since like the dawn of the day, like when it was just for college students. Like my school was probably one of the first 15 schools to get it. So I've got a ton of Facebook friends because that was the day when you just kind of added everybody. Whether you knew them, liked them, it didn't matter because you were cool if you had a ton of friends. So I've got like friends or people on here that I don't really know or I don't really like or I would never associate myself with. But when I would go to look at these lists and try to focus on inviting, it was just like super overwhelming because I'd scroll and be like, nope, don't like you. Nope. Oh, I should have deleted you 5 years ago, like, but when we, in the diamond mine, when we really focused on like really clearly defining who our avatar was with, even down to like the types of shows that you like to watch or the types of magazines and just getting really specific. And I was able to kind of look at my friends list with a clearer eye, and I could pinpoint without even like really even thinking like, okay, yeah, you're my people, you're my people, you're my people. And it made the invite or the conversation starter a whole lot easier because I already know that we would vibe well together because, I could look and just say, okay, we have these 5 things in common. And then I could go look at their page and see like, oh, well, they like this too. And it really helped me, I guess, narrow down my like huge list that was just super daunting and overwhelming, and it made it a smaller list so that in my mind it was not as scary and not as like big of a task to try to tackle. So just getting really specific with your avatar, that would be my my little tip.
I love how you said it. Is that your dogs?
No.
There's someone dogs. Someone has dogs. They're going crazy. Am I the only one that heard that? Oh, okay. Y'all looked at, I thought I was crazy. But I loved how you said that it made it less intimidating.
Yeah.
And Sharon, an avatar is basically your ideal customer. The ideal person or group of people that you want to work with are going to be someone like you. So yeah, we did a training, and 2 of the weeks that we focused on was in the Diamond Mind was creating your avatar and really narrowing down who you're connecting with. And Christine, you're absolutely right. It's less intimidating connecting with someone that you're like in some way, shape, or form. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, who's next? Cindy, you really aren't going to share, are you?
I will. I just always am talking. So, y'all know me. I'm always going to talk. I just want to give other people another chance.
Oh, okay.
Vicki, do you want to explain to Sharon what your avatar is?
Did I? I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't multitask, clearly. Never know.
Multitasking means you're half-assing.
Yeah. Well, I'm writing your stuff down.
Oh. Yeah, just your avatar is basically creating an ideal client or an ideal customer that you want to work with based on the things that you like, your struggles. And this is something, actually there is, if you guys want to go to the Unstoppable Misfits YouTube channel, there is one called Your Brand or Finding Your Brand. There is a YouTube or a team call recording. It's probably ending horribly, so don't judge me on my stellar recording ending skills. But that will help you figure out your avatar and narrowing down who you want to invite and things like that. So.
I'll go.
Okay.
So when I expand my network, what I do, and I was just on a call the other night and they said not to do this, but I look at your suggested friends list, and it would probably be good for people that are like just starting out. Because as your business grows, you're going to get more Beachbody coaches on your Facebook page, so all of your suggested peoples are going to be related in some way to that Beachbody coach, and you don't want to steal people. But like I go through my suggested friends, and if we have like 10 or more friends in common that aren't Beachbody coaches, I add them, and I do get the message, do I know you? How do I know you? Who are you? I'm just like, oh no, I just like making new friends. You looked really cool, and I think we have a lot in common, so I just want to get to know you. But that's how I add from mine. But now there's a lot of Beachbody coaches on my page, so that's getting tougher.
Right. So, have you ever had any negative feedback from doing that?
Well, when I say, like, I just want to get to know you, I like meeting new people, sometimes they don't write me back. Sometimes they don't accept my friend request, which is fine.
Right.
It used to get me down, but I'm like, meh, okay.
They never send you the thumbs up emoji?
Oh my God.
I freaking hate that.
Sorry. I promise there'll be a team call where I don't bring up the thumbs up emoji. I'm sorry.
Luckily, this coach isn't on here, but I have a coach that does that, and I'm just like, I want to wring your neck. Don't do that.
Well, not everyone looks at it like that. Like, to me, it's like it's like the middle finger. That's what I feel like it is.
That's exactly how I feel. I don't like it. I hate that. I hate it.
I'd rather have like heart or whatever, just whatever. Okay. Hence,
So I'll go next.
Yay. Okay, go ahead, G.
So I've been I signed back up with Team Z, and it helps me keep track of who I talk to and following up and stuff. And if I come across somebody that I've never like sent a message to, I do the family, occupation, recreational, whatever. What's the M?
Message.
Yeah. So I'll like find something that I have in common with them on their page. Usually I add a lot of people with kids, and so I'll just start off by like, hey, your daughter is so cute, how old is she, or something like that. And then she'll be like, oh, thank you, she's blah blah blah. And I'll be like, do you have any more kids? Are you married? What do you guys like to do for fun? What do you do in your spare time? Like, I don't know. It just like initiates a conversation. And then after like a week or two of talking back and forth, then I will do an invite script. The one that Cindy posted in our team in the team page, I just kind of vamped it into my own words. And I just say, I'm not sure if you follow me on Facebook, but if you do, you may know I'm a health and fitness coach, and I run private monthly challenge groups via Facebook. I've noticed that you've liked some of my posts in the past, and even though we haven't chatted much about your health and fitness, I want to get to know more about you to see if this group is beneficial for you. Summer's right around the corner, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And usually, so that plants a seed, and so far, it's worked really well for me.
Awesome. Lena asks, is that invite script in the file section of the Big Team page?
I think Cindy posted it in our Diamond Mind group on our conversations, and I shared it with Angie.
Oh, okay.
I did post it in a comment, I think, in the regular group too, but it's not in a file. But I can find it and post it there and stuff.
There's also Kim Carver created this new, I don't know, I'm sure half of you guys seen it at least, but this new invite process, it's actually in the online office, but I added it in the file section the other day. You guys, like, I know Cindy's seen it. I can't remember who else seen it, but it's basically a new way to build a relationship and an invite instead of the old inviting process that was, it just didn't feel right. I'm gonna be honest here. It just didn't feel right. But you guys can go ahead in the Big Team page in the file section and check that out too. It's also in the Your Coach online office. Okay, I have a question. Who uses Facebook more than Instagram? Raise your hand. Okay, who uses Instagram more than Facebook? We're like half and half. Okay. All right. So for those of you who use Facebook, do you guys use your Facebook like page or you use your Facebook personal page more? Both. Like page. Personal, working on using like page. Both. Okay. Because, is Jill on here? Okay, so I have a question real quick. So I'm going to call you out, Jill. She asked me how you grow your Facebook like page. And the one thing that I'm going to say, because I do not want you guys waste money on Facebook ads, and I'm going to be real here. You guys want to hear something disgusting? So Little Miss was getting her stuff ready for her taxes, and I seen how much I spent on Facebook ads last year, and it made me want to vomit. I spent $4,000 on Facebook ads because I was following someone that told me to use Facebook ads. Never do what someone else tells you to do if it has something to do with money. Just don't do it. Anyways, they probably weren't even my vibe anyways, or my tribe. But don't do what I do. But the one thing that I can suggest, and anyone else can throw anything else in there, if you want to grow your Facebook like page, Facebook is so in love with videos right now. So do lots of live videos, lots of live engaging videos on your like page. I know it's scary, but even if you do tips or a recipe or a quick workout or anything, it could literally be anything on your Facebook like page, okay? It doesn't have to be, you have to come up with this hour-long script of something to say. You don't have to share your story all the way. You don't have to do any of that. It could literally be how you get your water intake in. It could be how you wake up in the morning. What's your morning routine? What do you eat for breakfast? What personal development book are you reading and why? Do you do affirmations? Why are affirmations good for you? There's all these things that you do on a day-to-day basis to become a better version of you that you can take little tips and create them as Facebook Live videos. Okay? Because that's how Facebook is working right now, and everybody loves videos. Like everybody, they're sharing them all over the place. You see, like, there's puppy videos all over the place. That's the only time, I'm going to be real, that's the only time I stop and scroll. Like, I scroll through the puppies, all the puppies. I just want to see all the puppies on Facebook videos. But I'm telling you, people get sucked into those videos. And I don't know about you guys, but on my phone, it doesn't do it on like pages, but on personal pages, when you're doing a video and I'm friends with you, it pops up in the corner. Have you guys seen that? Or one of your friends on Facebook is doing a live video and it like pops up. You don't even have to click get notifications on their page or whatever, but it will pop up, which is pretty cool.
Can I add to that? So
yeah.
When I was at Platinum Edge this last year, Mari Smith was there, who's basically like the guru of Facebook advertising. She's actually been hired out by Facebook and to teach corporations, like we're talking like giant corporations, right? Like Pepsi and McDonald's and places like that, how to actually run social media, because they're giant corporations and they don't know how to run social media because only 20-year-olds know how to do that, right? So like all these old dinosaur executives are like, what do we even do here? Like, we want to run newspaper ads, So anyway, she was amazing. So if you guys don't follow her on Facebook, because she has a Facebook like page that she does live videos on a daily basis that are training social media techniques on how to use Facebook and Instagram as well. She also has this awesome book called The New Relationship Marketing, which I highly recommend. It would be not a personal development book, but a business development book for you. But it basically breaks down how to do all that kind of stuff. And she's highly, highly effective in all of her Facebook training. And she's pretty funny to watch. She's like pretty polished, but she's a little bit different than, I know, like a lot of people, especially if you guys do Instagram a lot. I mean, I'm sure you probably follow Shalene Johnson because she has a lot of Ossagram, really? That's my new hashtag, dude. Are you kidding me? Ossagram, like awesomegram. Yeah, she has a lot of awesome tips and stuff like that on Instagram. But Mari Smith is kind of like the Shalene Johnson of Facebook, right? As far as like social media training and stuff. So I highly recommend that book.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And please, if for those of you that utilize Instagram, which it should be everyone, even those that like Facebook more than Instagram, don't let a post go wasted without adding 30 hashtags, please. I'm just going to say that right now. Hashtag 30 hashtags on Instagram. You don't need a hashtag Facebook, but on Instagram, they need to be 30 hashtags.
And do it every single post, because I just realized that I wasn't doing my hashtags. I lost like 20 followers on Instagram, and I was wondering what the hell was going on. And I realized I didn't put hashtags on my last like 7 posts. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it was nuts. So you see it like instantly, the dip, if you don't do it. Dip up or dip down.
And a tip for your hashtags, write them out and save them in like your phone on a note thing. Yep. So that way you can just go in and copy and paste. Like one for your clean eating, one for your working out, one for your positive posts or anything like that. It makes it way easier.
Also, I keep them in my clipboard, just like Jackie was saying. And when I post something, automatically I go into the little comment section, post it.
You mean after you comment your hashtags after you do your post?
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That one.
That way it doesn't go to Facebook. So pretty much I post my picture, my video, right, whatever, and then I just go and I'm the first comment every time.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what I do too. And Brenda, here's a little quick tip for you and everybody else that has problems with hashtags. Like Jackie and Alexa said, create different hashtags based on different kinds of things you post, whether it's recipes or your workout journey, your mental journey, your fun posts, things that make you, all these different ones. And then the first 15 should be based off your brand, your avatar, who you are, anything that you struggle with, any health issues, anything like that. And then the last 15 could be something directed towards that post. You know, not like not specific, because you don't want to hashtag fitness or hashtag weight loss, because things like that, too generic ones, are just going to get lost in the sauce. But you have to be, my workout is better than yours. Look, if you guys search, if you guys go to your Instagram and you search, anything between 10,000 and 100,000 is a good hashtag to use. Anything less than 10,000 won't be seen enough, or there's not a lot of people posting. Anything more than 100,000, anything over 100,000, when people refresh the main thing, your picture's gone. I just seen Cindy hard swallow. But Cindy does over 100,000. I thought it was a million. It's changed. It's 100,000 because everyone and their mom and grandma is using Instagram now. So it's 100,000. I don't know. I do that. It works, but
I use hashtags that I follow, right? That I'm going to look at, because I figure my avatar is going to look at it too.
Right.
Can I go now?
Yeah. Take her away. We're going to be here for a while.
Is it my turn? No. Okay. I actually have notes. I knew what I was going to share tonight. And then I was going to wait to see if anyone else shared it. And if they did, then I was going to say after that. So first of all, I totally love what Christine talked about the diamond mine and going over your avatar. Like, if you guys haven't done that, like Vicki said that there's one there. There's also one on the Misfit Republic YouTube website that's really amazing, from one of the, I don't know, 60 Days to Diamond, something, one of the groups, right? It's on the Misfit Republic YouTube channel too, which is a really good one as well. But what I was going to talk about was adding to your network, because I know that's really hard for people to do a lot of times. And for me, well, first of all, this has now changed since really honing down my avatar. I realized my mindset has always been, I just want to help everyone. I told Vicki, I was going to help everyone, all of them. I want all of them. But when we did this really detailed avatar thing, it was really crazy because, like Christine said, it was like, what magazines do they read? It was so detailed, and I'm sitting here doing it, and I'm like, I look up at Vicki, and I'm like, you know what? Not one of my personally sponsored coaches, but one of my downline coaches is literally my avatar. Like, every single thing on my avatar list, this woman is. It's this coach named Sarah Oboy, right? And so what I've now started doing, which is totally weird, like Christine talks about, the way you talk to people is different. You're not like looking through this big list, and I know a lot of people are really intimidated with inviting. Well, I think that the intimidation from inviting comes because you're not connected enough to someone, right? You're feeling like you're going to be salesy. You're feeling like they're going to be like, no, whatever. Like, who are you, right? They're going to just be like, get away from me. You're icky, right? But if you have that like really good connection with someone, like your avatar, like, they're going to be your tribe. You know that you can talk to them. Like, I know that I can, like, so in my mind now, since we did that exercise with the avatar, I literally talked to I made a list of all the people on my friends list that were kind of like my avatar, like Sarah. And now, oh my gosh, I'm burping. Sorry. See, you started it all, Vicki. I know. Oh, I got coconut. And now I literally talk to people like I'm talking to Sarah. I use the same language. I use the same jokes, right? I'm like, I just talk to them exactly, and it's much more comfortable, and I'm able to connect with them on a deeper level. So like that kind of goes hand in hand with like what I was going to talk about tonight, which was really adding to your network. So I add to my network 2 different ways. And a lot of my warm network, because I've been a coach for almost 5 years, so a lot of my warm network is kind of there. They're already there. They already know what's up. They know what I've been doing, stuff like that. And so I do kind of who said it? It was Jackie, right? You said about your suggested friends. I don't do the suggested friends, but what I do is when I'm doing my power hour and I go to my hey girls, right? So whoever my prospects are for that hour that I'm doing, because I also use Teamsy, so it kind of comes up on there. I don't have to think about it. Before I even do, and I do the CCQ, like Lena said, look at it. We're all like, woo, we got this whole synergy of everything we're doing, right? It's so cool. So I do the CCQ as well in my Hey Girls. So when it comes up, and before I do my CCQ, I actually go to our mutual friends. That's the very first thing I do when I go to their page. And I, of course, go down to all the people that I may be friends with. And then I start looking for mutual friends. I'm a little less picky than Jackie is. I'm like 3 people or more. I'm like, boom, we're going to be friends, right? Only if they look cool. I don't drink. So if they're like on a bar with a, booze bottle, I'm like, no, we're not going to really be friends. But like, I kind of look them over a little bit and see like if they would do it. But I do it quick. I don't do it, because I can change my mind later, right? It's not like a, we're going to get married here situation, right? I'm just doing it fast. I try to do 3 per person. So I have 3 new requests, and then I do my CCQ, and then I go to the next person, right? And that's how I do my power hour. So once a week, I also do cold market, adding to my network, okay? And so this is also where your like avatar and like really your brand and who you are comes into play. So like Vicki mentioned earlier that I may kind of like Star Wars a little bit, okay? So I'll use that as an example, right? So in the geeky culture, like people are really connected very quickly, right? Because you're kind of like, oh my God, you're a nerd. Oh my God, you're a nerd. We're total friends. Like hug and we're like best friends, right? Now, when someone's like on a health and fitness journey and they like Star Wars, we're like BFFs for life, right? And I can literally message someone and be like, holy crap, you're trying to lose weight, I'm trying to lose weight. We both are Rebel Alliance, we're now best friends, and now I'm going to invite that person, right? So like, I actually go to the pages on Instagram or on Facebook of the things I love, so of the brands that I love. So I'll like go to the Star Wars page, right? Or I'm really into pinup clothing and rockabilly clothing and stuff like that. So like, I'll go to like pinup girl clothing, or I'll go to ModCloth, or what, sourpuss clothing, whatever it is, right? Like for you guys, it might be something like Vicki, I don't even know, Michael Kors, right? Did I get that right?
Really? Probably Forever 21 in Target. Jeez, rude.
Okay, Target. What? Is that right? Am I right? Is that like Michael Kors? I don't even know what that is. She got a Michael Kors thing or something, and she was like posting about it. I had to freaking Google it, okay, you guys? But that's okay, because Vicki and I have other things in common, right? That connect us. So
I've watched Star Wars.
Yeah, see, she's like, only men like Star Wars. Like,
I didn't say that. I've watched it. I like it. I'm actually going to go see the new one that's coming out this year, later.
You want to hear a fun fact? Okay, who plays video games here? Anyone? Who plays video games? More women play video games in the world than men do. Yet, all video games are marketed towards men. How weird is that? Can you imagine? I just read that in one of my personal development books. Can you imagine if they actually started marketing video games to women, like how much more money they'd make? Oh my God, it'd be crazy. Okay.
Yeah, if they did guys with shirts off and abs.
Yeah, I know.
Just say it.
So basically, when I do the cold adding to my network, like this is something that has been amazing. Like it takes total strangers to instant connection. And I'm going to tell you guys, I have turned, I'm going to say like 75% of the people that I've met through my cold network doing it this way into customers and coaches, right? So basically, I think I've shared with it on your calls before, maybe like one that I did that was like totally dumb and really cheesy, but I'm going to share with you really quick so you kind of get the idea of how I do it, is on a ModCloth, which is a clothing, an online clothing company. And they do like pinup girl. They have a lot of vintage and weird stuff too. So I go to their page. So I went to ModCloth's Facebook page and I scroll, because what they do is they post pictures of like really cute clothing ensembles and stuff like that they sell. And then I look at the comments that people are making, right? So there was this thing on there that this gal was like there was jelly shoes. Y'all remember jelly shoes? They're back. Yeah, I wear those like every summer. You get those nasty ass black feet and shit. Oh my God, they're awful. So they had jelly shoes on there. So I was like, oh my God, I want some jelly shoes. And this gal was like talking about these jelly shoes and how she just bought them. And so I commented on her, right? Here's the CCQ, cold market, someone I've never met in my life, complete stranger on the internet. She looked really cute in her picture though. And I like comment on her thing and I'm like, oh my God, you bought jelly shoes? That's so cool. I remember those. Sent her a message, right? Total stranger, stalking her. Started the conversation saying, I'm totally not stalking you. I started out like, wait. but I saw your comment on the ModCloth website about the jelly shoes. Have you gotten them yet? Did they make your feet turn that gross black, 1980s color, right? So like I took something she was interested in, saw that she had bought it, started a conversation. She could have totally ignored me, right? I'm not saying I haven't had people totally ignore me, because I have. The majority of them don't, though. And then we started our conversation. We found out we had all this other stuff in common. She's on a weight loss journey. I am now her coach, right? So, and it all started from that experience, right? And I just continued CCQing her, building that relationship before I ever invited her, right? But I sent her a friend request after we'd actually had a couple of conversations going back and forth. And because I figured, and then I told her I sent her a friend request. I'm like, hey, you seem really cool. Like, I sent you a friend request. You can accept it or not, but, I thought we might get along, right? That was it. So I do that over and over and over again. So I do that once a week for my cold market, because I don't want to really tap out my whole warm net,
Warm
just
market.
like bombarding my warm network. I want people that are complete strangers, right? With no network connections,
That's awesome. I have to touch on that really quick. So you're going to find out who, like Cindy, like that's super easy, right? And the opposite goes. So if you guys didn't know, if you have coaches underneath you and they cancel, you get their coaches and their customers. So every month I send out a weekly newsletter or a monthly newsletter. I probably failed. No, I did April's, because this is when it came. So I sent it out to all my customers, right? You guys know I say babe to everyone. I call everyone babe or hun. Emailed back. I want to be taken off your email list. Babe is not professional. I wish to be removed from you. And I'm like, who is this? And I looked, and sure enough, she was one of my old coach's customers. She was not my vibe. She did not like me calling her babe. And I was like, that's the great thing about being a Beachbody coach. I don't have to be professional. Like, at least I didn't think that I had to be, but so, you're going to find out. It's going to be easy to find out who you vibe with and who you don't, but sorry, not sorry. But I love that you do that on Instagram, because we used to talk about going to pages that you were interested in on Facebook. So I love how you said that you do that on Instagram too, because a lot of businesses and stuff are utilizing Instagram more and more. So yeah, whether you utilize,
I don't know why I don't use Instagram more, because Instagram, people like me more on Instagram. They just do. I know that. I feel it. I feel the love more on Instagram, and with Instagram, I think that's the way for everyone. Because what it is when you do have quality hashtags that really represent who you are, people find you. That's really what that is, right? It's basically, the hashtag is basically making that instant connection already if you put in a really good hashtag, right? That actually shows people what you are. And so, I'm going to start using Instagram more.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. And you know why Instagram is so much easier to put yourself out there? Because everyone's doing the same exact thing. Not the same exact thing, but you're not going to get harassed on Instagram for posting a freaking selfie, right? You're not going to get harassed on Instagram for posting a workout video, right? Chances are you may get a haterade or someone drinking haterade on Facebook. Oh gosh, here's another selfie. Or, oh, good to see you worked out again today. Maybe not anymore. They used to narc on my shit all the time. And on Instagram, I've never had someone like that are like, oh, here's another selfie or whatever. Because you're vibing. Everyone's there showing off. People love talking about themselves, but people also love finding people just like them. Does that make sense? Oh, here's this amazing person on Instagram that's going through the same exact struggle that I'm going through, right? Don't always post about perfection either. Don't always make your workouts look easy. Don't always post that you're drinking 1 LaCroix a week, because any more than that is very bad for you. And grilled chicken and roasted Brussels sprouts or whatever. I just said that because I ate that for dinner tonight. But, roasted Brussels sprouts are bomb.
I think the reason why I never used Instagram as much for building my network is because I didn't know how to DM people.
You didn't know how to what?
To DM people.
To direct message people?
Yeah.
Dude, they just started direct message 3 months ago.
No, they
Or
didn't.
maybe-
They had it for a long time.
It's been around for a while. It's just trickier to get to until recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you
used to
know?
have to go to their profiles
Oh.
to message them.
Because that's
Now
how
they
Jesse
added
found me.
another tab.
Yeah. It was always so hard. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, I see like someone sent me a message. I'm like, I don't even know how to get it. Like, I don't even know what's happening. You know.
So real quick, for those of you guys that have a Mac, you guys could download an app called Direct Message for Instagram. So you can actually send, oh my God, I just seen all these light bulbs go off like, woo! I don't know if they have them on regular PC computers, but for the Mac, you do. And it's a lifesaver because I hate working from my phone. It is an app. It's $2.99, just a direct message. All you see is the message itself. It's called Direct Messenger for Instagram. There's like a little black arrow. That's all it is. And then like if someone sends you a direct, like it's a little bubble in the corner of your backdrop or your desktop. And if you message them or they message you, you can click on the icon, and it will bring up their Instagram page in your browser. So you could actually check them out and see who they are. But it's freaking awesome. So you're welcome. I taught you guys something tonight. It's a win.
Hey, you try to at least once a night. We'll
I
give
try.
you that.
I try my hardest. I try. Why can't you get it, Cindy? Oh, because you don't have a Mac.
Yeah, I've already checked. They don't have one for non-Mac.
Yeah.
Because Mac is special.
Mac is special. We'll figure it out.
I actually do have a keyboard that I have that's for a tablet. It's like a Bluetooth keyboard that I use when I'm doing my power hour for Instagram, because I also don't like that either. I don't like sitting there on my phone when I'm doing it. And so I kind of have a cool dual monitor, my laptop and my weird Bluetooth phone thing set up. Yeah, it's totally not high tech at all. I'm not high tech person. Obviously, look, I didn't know how to direct message people, right? But it's really cool because it's got a bigger keyboard, so I just set my phone sideways and then I can do the direct messaging with like a normal keyboard. But
oh, that's awesome.
That's kind of my like little fix for that. If you don't have a Mac, but I don't know.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions about building relationships or adding to your network or anything like that?
No, but I wanted to share something real quick.
All right.
So one big thing that I started doing probably maybe 1 or 2 years ago was started just sharing all of my struggles with like all my health issues and, getting sober and like anything I was struggling with. And I found by doing that, I got a lot more people messaging me and they're able to relate to me. And then I started, some little groups, and I got a lot of people in there, just messaging me. We talk back and forth about different, things that we're struggling with. Like for me, it's, like my leaky gut and my digestive issues and stuff like that. So that's really helped me a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, Rosa. Yeah, you definitely connect on a deep level with people when you share about your struggles. Like, don't always act like you're having a bad day. If you are having a shitty day, let coaching be your therapy and post that shit. Like, I'm telling you, don't just hide away from social media, because all you're going to do is hurt your business and hurt you, because if you bottle it up, just like we all know, if you bottle anything up inside, it's just going to fester away, right? So coaching is very therapeutic. So if you reach out to people, like we talked about last week, if you lean in, even on your social media, yes, it can be scary. Like Rosa said, like, how many days have you been sober now?
170.
Yay! That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
See, and when you share things like that, or you share anything that you're struggling with, or anything that has helped you progress in your business or your journey, share that stuff.
And it's really, for me, it's been like really scary, because at first I didn't want to share any of like my digestive stuff. Like I thought it was weird and nobody would understand. And they would just be like, why are you talking about that gross stuff, But it's been like the best decision I ever made, because I have all these people who I don't even know friend requesting me and asking me for advice. So it's really awesome.
That's awesome. You go, girl. Proud of you.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Oh, Melinda said, yeah, one of my friends was telling me not to say I was having a rough morning on my videos, but I think I should because it's not always rainbows and kittens with this journey. Yeah, I always say share when you're having a rough day, share when you're having a rough workout, because if you're inspiring someone on their health and fitness journey and they're having a shitty day and they think like you don't quit and you keep going and everything's perfect and everything's kittens and rainbows and butterflies, they're going to be like, why am I the only one having a hard time? Why am I the only one that's having trouble making it through a workout? So if you put yourself out there, it makes people feel like they're not alone. That's the biggest part of this, is making people feel like they're not alone. So yeah, you go, Melinda. Share that shit.
I know one thing that, and I'm still struggling doing it, is I've noticed when I do post more real stuff, I see more traction. But if I just stick with the day-to-day, nothing's changed. And it's very, and as I said, it's one thing I have to work on, is you have to show yourself from all angles.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Funny thing real quick. So when I was doing hammer and chisel, I got in the rut of just doing videos of hammer and chisel, just powerlifting, like you don't beatbox when you're powerlifting. But anyways, so like I was getting little traction on my videos. But then like I noticed in between the times where I would stop my camera, I would do like little dances or like duck lip it or like do goofy, weird Vicki shit. And then I started incorporating those weird videos of me like in the middle of my workout videos. And those were the ones that would get like the attention, right? That show you, not just this beatboxing powerlifter, apparently. But yeah, just be you. Yeah, they don't want to see perfect. No way. I just shared how I peed my pants during Shanti's crazy jumps. That was embarrassing, and all mamas relate. Dude, yeah, I can't do perpy duck jumps to save my life. Damn you, Shanti. All right. Anybody else have any questions or comments? No? All right. Does everyone feel good about building relationships, all that jazz? My most relatable ones were ugly cry videos. Yeah. Yeah. They usually are. Sometimes when you ugly cry, you can't stop, and that just sucks because you're like snotting everywhere. But people get it. They get it.
Can I say one more thing? I promise to be really quick. It kind of goes along with what we were talking about posting the negative, and then I can't remember who said about having a rough day.
Melinda.
I do think that there's a fine line between being negative and really, like, when you get stuck in a rut, which we all do as coaches. So if you're in one right now, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you. Just do your PD. But turning because there are negative things that happen to us. We're putting ourselves out there. We're going to get people that hate on us and people that don't like Shakeology and think network marketing is for nutsos, right? I've seriously, after 5 years, I swear to you, I have heard it all, right? But the thing is those people don't have our experience, right? They haven't had someone message them and say that you saved my life, which I have had. I know I've messaged Vicki and told her those same words to her, right? And, they haven't had, their grandmother go off of medication because she's on Shakeology, right? So you just got to remember, to always keep a positive mindset with that. And instead of I do see some coaches that get on the complaint train, right? Where instead of sharing that you're having a rough day, I try to find a solution. That's the whole point of that, right? Is that as part of our coaching experience and part of our experience with other people, always making sure that we're thinking of the value that we can add to someone, because like it or not, we're on social media for a different reason than most people are. Most people are there to use it to complain, to bitch, to fight, to argue about politics and all kinds of things. We are there for a different reason. We have a different mission that we use social media for. And so really keeping that in mind and turning the negative experiences that we have into a, you know, a stepping stone or, you know, a lesson that could be taught or something that, you know, value that you can add to someone else. Like I'm just going to share my own, because you were saying share what you've done, right? So I'm going to share my own example of, you know, just today, I did have a woman reach out to me and basically like belittle me on my like page on Facebook and tell me that, you know, that asked me why I was sharing my journey on Facebook, like told me that people don't give a shit about no one cares about my weight loss journey, that, you know, why can't I just lose weight privately like normal people do, right? And so, you know, if I had been a new coach, that probably would have broken me, right? That probably would have really upset me and probably shaken me in my corner. Probably would have called Vicki, oh my God, this lady on my life page just said this to me. You know, I mean, like, I mean, I can feel it. I think I probably have done this at one point, right? Like years ago. But through personal development, you realize like this woman is saying this not because she's being rude, or it really has nothing to do with me. It has so much more to do with where this woman is at in her own life. And so I chose to turn it into a Transformation Tuesday post and share publicly why I do what I do, right? So I turned my why into the message of this lady complaining to me, right? And now it has, in less than an hour, it has, you know, over 200 likes on it and like 50 some comments on it in an hour, right? So that was like a bad experience that you can turn into something good. So let's say you have someone in your life that's hating on you for whatever reason, or an unsupportive friend, right? Or whatever it is, or you do have something bad, like just make sure that you're not just blurting it out on Facebook and complaining about it, but trying to always find the solution. Because not just for your followers, but for yourself too, right? To actually move forward and to grow through experiences like that are going to happen naturally with putting yourself out there publicly, because you will have it. It will happen, you know. So that's all I want.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Always have that negative. I mean, share, just like Cindy said, always, you could share the negative, but have like a positive spin about it. You know, like Cindy said, there's already people bitching on social media. Like, how often do you get on your Facebook and immediately your energy's drained because everyone and their brother is like bitching about something? I locked my keys in my car. Oh, Donald Trump is the president. Oh, the garbage didn't get taken out. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, oh my gosh, like I just need to go over to Instagram or something, or read some personal development. But don't join in. Don't join in on that. All those people need you in their lives. They need some guidance. They need some positive energy. They need positive influence. So if you're having a rough day, if something shitty happened to you, if you stubbed your toe, you turn that into something positive, uplifting in some way, shape, or form, but showcase you, and don't showcase that you're just perfect and you never stub your toe. Everyone stubs their toe, but, you know, share it in a positive way. Maybe you're wearing jelly shoes and you need to take them off because you stubbed your toe. Ha. Cindy, now I want you to wear jelly shoes and Summit.
I got something to say on that.
Go ahead.
Not the jelly shoes, but so I think when people are giving you that negative feedback, that's not me. I don't know what that is.
Someone listening to In Vogue or something.
I think when we get that negative feedback, what those people are doing is they're wanting a fight. I think they're wanting a response. They're wanting you to come back at them in a way where they pulled you out of what you're trying to, you know, share. And this, because I find that people dwell in negativity a lot. It's all
misery loves company.
Yeah. And so then they see this person that's really doing something for themselves and helping people, and they visually see it probably day in and day out. That person that commented on you probably has been watching you. It would be my guess. I mean, I deal with it at my office all the time. They come in and they want to fight. They want to fight with you, and you just don't give it back. When people come at me like that, I tell them that, you know, I throw something positive at them, you know what I mean? And then they don't even know how to deal with it. They're just like, oh my God, like, did she say something nice? Like, I thought we were going to have this argument online and everyone was going to get to see it and she was going to look like the asshole. But now, really, because of my comment, I look like the asshole. And so I feel like when that stuff happens to me, like, I'm not going to feed into them because it's like we all have said before, they're dealing with something internally themselves. And so just kill them with kindness.
Right.
So
I'm not going to lie. When, like, me and Cindy know, like, when someone on our team would get a hater, all Unstoppable Misfits would, like, jump their shit. I'm not kidding you. It was like a bunch of mama bears, like, attacking this whoever. But you don't mess with us. But yeah, it has everything to do with them, and all you have to do is use empathy. And yes, like, I can vouch for this. I had really, really thin skin, and I used to tell Cindy, you need to sugarcoat some shit to me, okay? You need to sugarcoat that shit. Any negative comment or constructive criticism or anything on my page that wasn't like rainbows and butterflies, I would be like, oh my God, they hate me, and I would cry, and I would get super sad and mopey and not want to post again. But this is where personal development helps tremendously. Seriously, you have to learn to be strong and realize no matter what anyone says, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing. It has everything to do with them. You have to use empathy when someone's saying, like, oh, blah, 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 your workout, or this, and this, or why don't you do it privately, or your tattoos, or whatever they have to say. Okay, thank you for your opinion. You don't have to say anything. You can delete it and move on. Sometimes I'm wearing my sassy pants and I talk back. That's just who I am. I'm not saying for you to do it too. I'm just feeling myself. I'm feeling myself, so I do me. And some days I don't. I just ignore it and move on. But never, ever, ever take a negative comment personal. Because if we would do that, we would be a puddle of mush every single day. Right? We're here to be strong and show, hey, you know what? I don't care what you have to say because I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to inspire you. I'm looking for people just like me who struggle just like I do. Move over. Yes, and affirmations. I am statements help tremendously. Only if you do them and say them out loud. You got to say them out loud. See this? I am fucking amazing. Say it. Y'all are muted, but I know you said it right. Or you just looked at me like she's crazy. Anyone else have any more questions? And for the topic of PD, a good book to read is The 4 Agreements. I have that book and I've never read it. That's awesome. Cindy's shaking her head. She's read it. She thinks it's good too. Why don't you just unmute yourself? That is a good book.
Because when I unmute myself and I talk, and then calls last 90 minutes. Y'all know this.
All right. Well,
if y'all wear jelly shoes to Summit, that would be amazing. Let's all just wear jelly shoes.
Maybe we'll get Unstoppable Misfit jelly shoes.
So I actually, on the subject of jelly shoes, they do now have liners in them. The new updated 2017 version. I just saw some in a store, and they actually have footbeds in them, so you don't get the crazy ass foot funk. Jelly shoes have evolved. I'm so excited, and I'm straight up wearing jelly shoes to Summit. And whatever, and I bet my feet are gonna swell outside the.
Your pinky toe is gonna escape the jelly.
What?
He said your pinky toe is gonna escape the jelly.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting off topic because selfies are important. So thank you for watching the team recording. We hope you learned a lot. Have a good